Hello everybody, welcome back to Ascend Hand of Kul. This is the difference between the Dark, Void, and Light God classifications. Starting with Dark. Now Dark I have the most experience with, being as I have ascended with Dark separately 3 times, whereas I have only ascended as Light and Void one other time. Now, the Dark skills are all based on the heavier, higher damage side. So you're going to be slower, and like your spells are going to take longer to recharge. Your things are mainly going to be based off of fire and heavy armor, such as Impale, which causes spikes to come out of the ground, and they are great for player versus player interactions. It will not impale and cause the player to stand still, but it will cause bleed damage and knock them back, even if they're blocking. And it is in a full 360 degree area, and you can increase its area. And then there's Fury, which is basically a buff. You get a little, I believe you get a little bit higher armor temporarily, but you also get faster swinging speed no matter what type of weapon you're using. And then there's Meteor Storm, which is self-explanatory. It's an area of effect spell that you cast, and it rains meteors from the sky, and you can affect its damage, radius, the amount of time. It's a great spell. It's extremely strong. And then the basic Fireball. It's just a projectile fire attack. Now, I do not know all of the Void and Light spells, but I will explain those classes separately. Now, when you decide that you want to go and you want to ascend your champion, if you do this as a Dark character, you will get the Dark character's Crusade emblems. Those pretty much all have to do with the same few things as the others: melee damage, maximum armor, the chance to light people on fire when doing anything with fire, and detonate chance, maximum armor again, melee damage, detonate chance again. Detonate is great for knockbacks, fire chance again, and again the detonate. And then there's several more, basically just same things over and over again. And that is a pretty decent summary of the Dark side of this game. Now, when you take a shrine, as you can see from in here, it turns the dirt to ash, the paths turn to basically like molten ground, and all foliage dies. Now with Void, everything basically turns to Tron. You get this blue, mistral, just crazy runic magic all over the place. And it's awesome. It is definitely the coolest one in my opinion. Now, for Void, Void is the one that I know the absolute least about. But looking at its Crusade emblems, you can see it does things like magic damage, ability cooldown, and it will focus on ice. So for Dark, you'll have the heavier armor. Void is kind of a middle ground when it comes to all of this. You have not so much the higher or lower physical defense, whereas your person as a Void will have higher elemental defense between all the different magics. And another great thing is if you go through and ascend all the way up, you'll have a ridiculous, you can slow your enemies, you can stun your enemies, you can resist and negate magic effects. And overall, every different type of god has its own armor style. Void's is a very samurai-esque, very long plated armor. I'm going to check the store, see if I have any for them. I don't think so, because I am in light at the moment. No, not at the moment, but they again, silvers and blues and things like that. Basically running with the Tron and magic, arcane, all things like that. Now, their spells, I know a good bit of. Light is really where I have a gap, but I mean, Light has a lot of self-explanatory. Seekers is you fire a burst. It's I think it's 6 small, basically souls that go and they seek to your enemy and attack them. Now, I have found that this is incredibly effective when being used in player versus player interactions, because you could just get the 4 of these and spam them at them, It will not knock them back, but it will do some heavy damage once you get it upgraded. And you can have up to 4. Now, they're quick recharge and everything like that, but then you have Frostbolt. Frostbolt is a little slower recharge, but you can use it even if they're blocking. Sometimes it will knock them back a little bit. Other than that, it's the same as Fireball. It's a projectile attack you just throw at them. And then Crystal Storm is, as far as I know, it's like Seekers, but it's a stronger version. I actually have not used it, so I'm not 100% sure on it. Black Hole is just like Meteor Strike. It's as simple as it sounds. It's a black hole with an area of effect that you can increase or decrease depending on your upgrades. And it will suck in enemies and do constant damage. Transmutate is a hilarious spell that has been in a ton of RPGs. This one transforms enemies into cows, and you can pick them up, eat them, and regain health. Which is amazing if you're in like a swarm of trolls, because you just turn one into a cow, eat them, turn one into a cow, as soon as it's recharged again, eat them, just constant health. That's pretty self-explanatory. I do not know what its upgrades are, because I haven't bought it, but if enough people are curious, I'll save up and I'll buy Transmutate. And then there's Confuse, which is, again, exactly what it sounds like, but this is amazing for player versus player, because if you hit another player with Confuse, it reverses their controls, which means everything will be backwards for them. I'm pretty sure that means the buttons on the Y-axis, like YABX, will be moved around, and the sticks will be inverted, which that would destroy me. But other than that, it confuses and damages enemies. I don't know if it'll make them attack their teammates, like trolls and troll berserkers and things like that. But I do know if not, it will probably make them stumble. Now, leaving the Tron area, because this is definitely one of my favorite looks of the gods. Dark is awesome, but I don't know. I feel like if I go with Void, I should get a light bike. Now, for light, you've got the whole kind of like, Greek, Roman temple, do for the greater good. I mean, your god is Zeus. You're faster, less armor, and your spells are based on electricity and like constant shock damage. So you have Ionized Bolt, which is like your Frostbolt or Fireball. It's a projectile lightning attack you hit them with. It can stun, which is good, because Fireball does burn damage, Frostbolt does knockback, and Ionized Bolt does shock damage for a short duration. Brilliant Strike, I'm pretty sure is just like Super Smash Bros. Thunderbolt. You hit the ground with it, like you aim it at them and it comes from the sky and hits them. A lot of the witch doctors will use this. If I'm going too fast, I apologize. I'm just trying not to make this video ridiculously long. Other than that, I'm pretty sure it's just a steady hit him with a lightning bolt at a distance. It does a little bit of shock damage. Lightning Shield is like Fury. It's a buff. It increases your armor and you move ridiculously fast. I fought a couple champions that were using this and they just destroyed me because I couldn't keep up with them. Other than that's it for that one. Chain Lightning is actually a spell that I'm going to be buying soon, so I may be doing videos on that. I definitely might do another video for the light, because I haven't been able to give you guys the best details on light or void. I've been doing my best though, because a YouTuber commented telling me that he thought one of my videos was going to be about me describing the differences between the 3 classes, and so I felt bad for him being misled by my video title of Darkness, Voidness, Lightness, which was just a obscure reference to Tobuscus's intro, Darkness, then Redness, then Whiteness. But it was Fugaku Ichiya, I think. I butchered that. I apologize. I love you. I'm doing this video for you. But Chain Lightning is Chain Lightning. You hit one guy with it, and it arcs from one to the other to the other. Now, its upgrades are most likely increasing the amount of enemies, recharge, damage, all of that. And now, with the Void, like I said, you're going to get the magic resistance and the magic damage and all of that. But when you move down to the light when ascending, you're going to get great things like attack speed, movement speed, your lightning chance to do shock damage and stun them, And honestly, this is one of the overall most helpful, in my opinion, because attack speed makes up for that difference between being able to use your magic and your melee. Your melee weapon may not be the strongest, but if you've got your speed of it increased by like 25% overall, you just added 25% to that weapon's damage per second. Now, different armors, as far as I know, really don't affect the different classes, like the different gods, other than if you go and you look and they have runes. Or I don't know if anything can have base stats by itself added, like 5% to armor like my helmet has. But other than that, I'm pretty sure the only thing that matters is the runes that they have. Mine has 5% added to max armor because I have to have a lot of health because I suck. But other than that, I did my best to cover all of the bases with the information that I have. Now, unfortunately, I will not be able to upload more gameplay of my character, at least not in order. If you guys still really want me to, just for the hell of it, I might go ahead and wait for the Badlands to come out, which is the second continent, after you kill the 4 Apex and do whatever with the Titan. I have not gotten that far. But I am going to post another video of what this awesome room is, if you have not explored it already. This video should be going up the morning of September 29th. If it's any later than that, I apologize. It would just be due to my internet messing up. Now, either later the same day this video is uploaded, or the next day, either tomorrow or the day after this video is uploaded, I will be posting the video of what these doors all are, and any news I have from Signal Studios, and basically the Twitter and Facebook of the Ascend game. Thank you for watching, and if I helped you, thank you for watching even more, because, especially Fugaku, if you're watching this, thank you for giving me a second chance, and I apologize for misleading you with the first video. Alright, everybody watching, thank you. Like and subscribe if you want to see more. If you need any help with anything, feel free to comment below. If I do not make a video, I will find another video. If I don't find another video, I will comment and help you solve your problem. Alright, peace.